Evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Howell, and I appreciate you so very much for tuning in to this little curriculum night presentation from wherever you may be, at whatever time that you may be watching this. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments along the way. But this is our virtual curriculum night for Mr. Howell's grade 4 classroom in the classroom year 2021-22. So I just always like to start by extending a genuine, heartfelt thank you for all that you do, all the behind the scenes work, that which is seen, that which is unseen, and all your support and the efforts that you all put into not only supporting me but supporting your children in their education. So thank you so very much. It's quite honestly, it is a pleasure and a humbling honor to be a part of your team this year. So thank you so much for that. Another phrase that I find myself coming to often in the midst of a school year is and it's good to say this out loud. I teach kids, not content. And at the heart of that, when we get so wrapped up in the work, when we get so wrapped up in completing a task, let us not forget relationship. Um, Relationship with each other, between adults, and then building relationship, of course, with your children. Um, at the heart of that, then, in building relationship and rapport, I have found that enables me to take them places in their learning adventure that I may not otherwise be able to. They can trust me. They can know that that I will continue to encourage and to build them up and to speak highly of them, to encourage them, and to point out the things that we need to work on, but do so in such a way that empowers them and enables, encourages, rather than stifle their curiosity and stifle their adventurous and energetic spirit. So I teach kids, not content. There's a lot in this presentation. I can skim over the bullet points, but in our classroom we have lots of books. We have really, you walk in and practically the entire room is wrapped in books. I love it when kids borrow them. I encourage that. I would hope that they travel wherever they go with a book in their bags. I just ask that they return them when they're done. We have snacks each day. However, I do not provide that. I let them bring their snacks in as long as they're healthy. We have those each day. We have a few minutes after playground where they can enjoy a snack during their quiet time. And I've had a few emails already in regards to birthdays. And if anyone is sending in a birthday treat, which I highly encourage, and if you would like to, you're certainly welcome. It just simply should be prepackaged and individually wrapped, so we can hand those out, so the kids we can enjoy a celebration. So we are growing as learners in the midst of all the classes. They have reading and writing, word study, which is the heart of our ELA program. Of course, math, science, and social studies as well. And embedded in all of it is effective communications, whether it be in a chat, perhaps embedded in one of our Google Classroom or one of our Google documents within comments, or whether they're speaking, that they speak effectively. Another area that I continue to invite children to work and to learn is taking initiative, to ask questions when they have them, to raise their hand and to seek help, to take it upon themselves to check to see what is the work. But if they missed work, then what is it that I need to do, just to encourage them to take initiative and to not just to check it off to get it done, but to think deeply about the work. And that's something we work on really from day one and all year. There's a lot of organizational components to to their day, whether it be usernames and passwords and daily assignments and such, but of course their backpacks. Managing their time is also uh, critical. We have moments in our day embedded to help them work on time management. Coming out of quiet time, we set a timer, and we set a 3 minute timer. And after that 3 minutes, we start math, and I tell them, don't wait for the timer to run out, to be ready when the timer does run out. So whatever you're working on in quiet time, um, now's the time to start packing things up, getting yourself organized. And in that, there's a gradual release of responsibility. There's helping students along the way to become more and more independent. And it's a journey, and some days are better than others, but just like to continue to help them to build in that independence along the way. And so we just take a quick glimpse at what does a learning look like when they're at school. Of course, when they come in the morning, they're bringing all their materials in their backpacks, or what we sometimes call our go bags. They should unpack their Chromebooks and chargers, their math books, their reading books, any other materials that they may have. They put those things away, and they get right to work. In the midst of the day, we do our best to remind students to stay socially distanced, to wear their masks properly. We give them breaks throughout the day. If playground is outdoors, they get to enjoy playground without a mask. So they take their masks off, leave them on the desks, and then we walk outside and catch a breath of fresh air, play a little bit with that without masks. Lunch each day, they're able to take their masks off at lunch as well. And but again, to maintain some social distance and the number of people that we have in the cafeteria, we've had to split our class up in half. Half of the students eat their lunch in room 125, the other half in the cafeteria. Um, and then, of course, during all of the specials, the art, music, library, and PE, they will wear their masks throughout the day in those classes as well. Again, though, being provided breaks along the way. So there's a few tips for a great year. Uh, One thing is we really do not have a lot of outlets for students to charge their Chromebooks, not enough for everyone. And so we would ask that you work out a plan to charge the Chromebooks at home. And the times that we forget, we do have, of course, space for that, but just not enough for everyone at the same time. Ask children if they wish to bring a snack each day. And I would even throw an extra pair of socks in their go bags. Just often when we go outside, especially in the mornings for PE, they often come back with wet sneakers and socks. So having an extra pair of socks would be helpful. Dressing in layers would also be helpful, and that they would come to school prepared each day, ready to go. We use our Google Classroom. I'm sure you're familiar. We continue to use our Google Classroom for some of the work that we do in school. It is also used for students who are out, whether it be for long periods of sickness or for quarantine, so that the students can look on the Google Classroom, see a list of the assignments for the day, and then continue and to as best they're able to kind of keep along with their classmates who are in school. And in the midst of that, I would encourage students to read the directions carefully, the assignments carefully, so they're, again, thinking deeply about the work that they're doing. And honestly, some of the items are just posted there for fun, so they may not be an assignment necessarily, it may be posted as material, but it's there to, again, to kind of encourage their curiosity in certain things. And there will be practice games or sites for students to use from different subjects as well that are sometimes posted in our Google Classroom. Um, Fourth grade is exciting for so many reasons, but um, one of the things that's new for fourth graders is the opportunity to participate in both chorus and orchestra. And it has been wonderful to see how many students have signed up. They could continue to sign up should they still want to participate in chorus and orchestra. It's not too late. Money is not an object. If it or an obstacle, if there's a money situation, we could help students sign up for orchestra and take care of that. You can privately reach out to me in those matters. But chorus is fantastic. That they'll have rehearsals throughout the 6 day cycle. They sometimes get together with the fifth graders. They'll gather together with some of the other students in the other fourth grade classrooms, and the same is true for orchestra. The fourth grade orchestra, they'll meet for individual lessons, and then they'll meet together as an entire group for rehearsals. Again, that's 2 out of the 6 days cycle that they'll be able to do that, and so it's just a fantastic opportunity. Um, Another thing that fourth graders will be participating in this year are the New York State assessments for both or for ELA math and science this year. So there's three state tests scheduled. ELA is in March, math is in April, and the science is in May. There's actually a two-part to that, one in May and then the first week in June as well for the science. So there'll be more information coming out for that as well. But I again, I want to thank you for your time and watching and listening through this. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My email and phone number is listed there. And it is, again, an honor and privilege to be a part of your team. I am an equation that I often share is parents plus students plus teachers equals student success. That together that we could, as a team, help your child reach wonderful achievement goals and such. And so I look forward to a fantastic year. And so thank you so much for all of your support. We are indeed in this together. So let us have the best year possible. Thank you so much for all that you do. Good night.